Hello?
I don't want to talk.
But dang, how you doing today?
Good, I don't want to talk.
Why you always tell me that?
Because I don't like talking to you. I don't like talking to you.
But you won't even let me ask the question before you try to answer
You
it.
just said, how are you? You just said, how are you?
Oh my goodness. Demi, why you so rude to your daddy?
I don't like talking to you.
But that doesn't give you a reason to be rude. You gotta honor your mother and your father, sweetheart.
Okay, I don't want to talk.
I get that much, but you don't have to be rude about it.
I said I don't want to talk.
I know that. I heard you the first 4 times, but you still need to stop being rude. That's the whole thing about it.
I'm telling you something and you're not listening.
Because I'm the parent, you can't tell me nothing. That's the thing.
I can express my feelings.
You definitely can, but you can do that without being rude as well. That's the whole thing. That's the key.
Okay.
You don't be rude and you don't be disrespectful. Okay, but you don't have to talk over me either.
I don't want to talk.
But you don't have to talk over me. So if you don't want to talk and you're going to talk over me, you could just be quiet and let me say what I got to say. You get that from your mama. But I love you and I miss you anyway.
Bye-bye.
Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. So today I just want to do a quick little video, and I just really wanted to hop on this topic really quick because I'm really having a hard time understanding why parents literally have children just so they can have someone to tell what to do. And it's a little frustrating and it's a little sad that you have majority of heterosexual couples who do actually decide to have children. And let's say that the parents are going through their issues. So let's say that the parents, they decide that, you know, they just want to co-parent. So a lot of people, when they decide to co-parent, and because they lost their partner and they see so much of their partner in their child, you will find that a lot of people will start to treat their child the way that they would treat their partner. Or you would usually find that a lot of people will start to disrespect, they will start to abuse, they will start to talk down to, and they will just be straight up just disgusting and nasty and evil to their children. And I know you guys all seen it a lot. We've all been to just school. We've all been in real life. We've been outside. You know, if you have eyes, you've seen it. I know everybody has at least one time seen somebody do the absolute most to their child. Like some people, they'll talk just straight up down to their kids in front of everybody. They'll do it publicly, they'll do it inside the house, they'll do it online, they'll reprimand their child on social media. And at some point, this just has to stop. It's infuriating, it's disgusting, and it's just really trifling that you decide that you want to carry somebody for 9 months and then you feel like because you're their parent, you are allowed to dictate how their life is supposed to go. And that's absolutely wrong, and it's disgusting, and it shouldn't be like that. When you have a child, you should know that you brought another human on this earth so that you can take care, nurture, and raise somebody correctly. Despite your upbringing and despite how you feel at any moment during those 18 years. And it's really not even 18 years. When you have a child, this is a life thing. This is for the rest of your life. When you have a child, it's no longer about you. It's about your children or your child. And some people just don't understand that, and you don't need to have children. Now, if you guys didn't see, there's this little video going around on social media. I guess the daughter, she cussed her dad out, or she didn't really want to talk to him, and people were saying it was a bit disrespectful. Let's be very clear. It's always going to be disrespectful when you talk to your parents any kind of way. That is disrespectful because, you know, at the end of the day, you are a child. But let's get one thing very clear. Just because you are an adult doesn't mean that warrants respect, period. I don't care how old you are. I don't care if you're 60. I don't care if you're 30. I don't care if you're 20. I don't care if you're a year older than me. Just because you are an adult doesn't mean that you automatically should just get respect from everybody. And that's just not okay. Respect is honestly earned. It's not given. And people love to say that, but I don't think people really understand what that phrase really means. You don't just get respect from me because you're my skin color. You don't just get respect from me because you're a human as well. You don't just get respect from me because we have the same hobbies, we have the same interests, and we have the same, you know, the likes, you know, we have the same following, you know, we have the same, I don't know, we have the same hobbies, like I already said, you know. Just because we like the same things doesn't mean that I have to respect you. Just because we wear the same things, just because we do the same things, just because, you know, we preach the same things doesn't mean that I have to respect you. You know, I'm not gonna treat you with any type of disrespect, but, you know, I'm just not gonna just respect anybody just because, you know, we like the same stuff, or just because I know you, or just because you're a human, you know? And the reason why I'm saying that is because I've been the person who's respected anybody that was older than me, or just anyone, period. And people will still disrespect you no matter how nice you've been. And let's be very clear, just because you're nice, that doesn't mean anything. Excuse me. Being nice is being nice to me, honestly, is someone who's very naive, someone who's very foolish, and someone who's wants to be walked all over. And when I say once, I meant once, because you will find that if you are a nice person in this society, in today's society, people will use your niceness as your weakness, and they will walk over you. And I promise you, go be nice. Go be nice. Go on the street. Go give a homeless person money. Go on the street. Don't give a homeless person money, and see how fast he'll disrespect you. See how fast they'll cuss you out. See how some homeless people will even be bold enough to hit your fucking car because you don't give them money. And it's like, bitch, I'm broke too. Like, excuse me, what do you think this is? And it's just really annoying. Like, people really take your kindness, your niceness, your naiveness for your weakness. And you just have to be very careful with who you show that side of yourself to, because you don't know people, and you don't know people's true intentions. So, you know, it's sad. And I think people should do better. Like, when I feel like, you know, with that whole thing that I was talking about with the girl disrespecting her father, or the girl, you know, just telling her father, you know, I don't really want to talk to you right now. And, you know, his manipulative ass, first of all, let's call him out on his shit. His manipulative ass did not have to record that phone call to come to the internet just to get some kind of sympathy. When we all know that nobody just treats their child, especially your daughter, no daughter just treats her dad any kind of way, or talks to her dad any kind of way, if you didn't do shit. You know, usually if you do shit, that's the kind of reaction that you'll get. And if you continuously do shit, that's the reaction that you will always get, especially from your fucking child. So him recording our conversation, trying to get that little sympathy card, it didn't do shit for me, but it helped me realize that he's manipulative, and he got cussed out, and he's getting treated like that for that reason. Nobody just does that to people. You know, some people have problems, some people have attitude problems, but literally, like, the way that she was talking to her dad, nobody will just talk to anybody. I'm not even gonna say nobody will just talk to their parent like that. Nobody will talk to anybody like that, because, bitch, take that stick out of your ass. You know, like, if you just, I'm gonna post the conversation at the beginning of the clip so you guys can see it, but, like, nobody really talks to anybody like that. I mean, the same thing with Benzino and Coi Leray. When that whole incident happened, when Benzino was calling him all kind of fuck niggas and saying that he was never in his life, she was never in his life. But it's like, bitch, like, your dad literally said that he had you in his life. Now, granted, he did say that he bragged and he boasted about all the nice stuff he did for you, all the money he spent on you, all the, you know, the stuff that the money, the royalties that he received from, you know, his music, or from Love and Hip Hop, he did spend on his children. You know, he did have issues with his baby mother. So, you know, when it gets like that, it's kind of hard to really pick a side, because let's be very clear, baby mothers do a lot of sneaky, shady shit when they don't like what the baby father's doing. And let's be also very clear, baby fathers do a lot of sneaky shit after women do get pregnant with their child. Let's be clear, it takes two people to fucking tango. So stop trying to, like, make it seem like people out here just, you know, acting like this just to act like this. Like, no, it doesn't work like that. People do shit, and when you do shit, don't be surprised. Like I said in my last video, don't be surprised when you put out negativity. Don't be surprised when you get a negative reaction. Don't be surprised when you get a negative reaction. Don't be surprised when you get a negative reaction. Y'all need to stop being so fucking clueless, because it's getting old how y'all grown-ass people will do some fucked up shit, and then when some fucked up shit happens back to you, it's always, well, what's me? Let me go to social media, let me start crying. I don't want to hear you cry. Back to Coi Leray and her father. Coi Leray and her father, you know, they were going through a little stuff on social media, and he was saying he couldn't believe how Coi Leray was, you know, treating him after all he's done. And it's like, you know, first of all, Coi didn't ask to be here. You brought her here. Second of all, if Coi feels some types of way about how y'all's relationship is, as her father, you should have, you know, texted her, called her, whatever, you shouldn't even come to social media, considering the fact that not only are you the parent, you are the adult in the situation. You could have taken this a completely different way. And let me also hold Koi accountable. You don't talk to your father, you don't talk to your mother, you don't really talk to anybody that kind of way, and you don't talk about people that kind of way. So Koi was damn wrong for how she talked to her father, and Benzino was damn wrong for how he reacted to Koi talking about him. So, you know, I don't have an issue with holding both people accountable. I'm not biased, and I think that that's a problem that a lot of people have. People have a problem with holding people accountable, and people have a problem with, you know, just because they like somebody, they don't hold them to the full extent that they need to be held to. So it is a major problem, and it is a major problem in the Black community, because I feel like, you know, because, you know, of our history in this country and around the world, you know, sometimes we do still keep that slave mentality where we feel like, you know, just because I brought you out of my womb, you're mine and you must do what I say. And that's absolutely not true. You know, just because you conceived me doesn't mean that you own me. I'm not your property. I'm not your pig. I'm not your goat. I'm your child. And, you know, I am a human, and, you know, everybody knows that humans, our birthright is free will. So you can't, parents have a problem with, after they have a child, they set up this, they have like this ideal, they have like a list, like a set like list of things or like accomplishments that they want their kids to achieve, or they have this set list that they want to live vicariously through their children. And you just can't do that. You can't set expectations. One, you can't live through your children. Two, because you didn't get to do certain things that you're like doing for your child now. And then for three, you can't set expectations. You can't just you can't expect people to just do stuff that you didn't do because your parents didn't do what they were supposed to do. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, you just don't do certain things, and that's just one thing that you just don't do. When you have a child, you should be happy with the fact that, you know, you have a healthy child. Whether he's healthy or not, you should be happy with the fact that you have a child. You should be happy with the fact that, you know, you went through those 9 months and you didn't have to go through any tragedies. You didn't lose a child, you know. You should just be appreciative with the fact that you have a child, and you should just be appreciative with the fact that, you know, your child loves you and your child's here to grow with you. And that should just be period. Like, that should just be all that. And this is why I've always said that I don't want children. And it's not only because right now I'm not financially stable and I'm not where I want to be financially, or just where I want to be in my life, period. I've always said that I never want to have children because I never want to do what my mother did to me. I never want to treat my children how my mom treated me. I never want to treat my children how I see other people treat their children. I want to be as close to perfect as possible. And, you know, I guess that's not realistic to say, but I want to be the closest thing to perfect when it comes to being a father. So that's why I'm reluctant on having children at this moment, because I feel like, for one, I'm not in the right headspace to have a child. And, you know, I think it would be pretty selfish of me to just bring a child into this world just because I'm horny and I want to get my rocks off. I think that is pretty selfish, considering the fact that this world has been overpopulated for many, many, many years. And, you know, I just think it's kind of disrespectful that, you know, people bring children into this world and then, you know, they'll just give them to an adoption center. And it's kind of like, you know, you could have just closed your legs. You know, you could have just took a plan B. You know, you could have just had an abortion. You know, there's a lot of things that you could have done instead of just bringing a child into this world just to do it, just because you had the ability to do it. And let me be clear. I'm not a woman. I know I shouldn't speak on women's bodies, but, you know, what I can speak on is bad decisions, and it is a bad decision for you to conceive a child. First of all, it's a bad decision for you to spread your legs open and to not even wear a condom. That's a bad decision. The second bad decision is you knew you didn't wear the condom and you knew you were having a child, so why didn't you take the plan B? The third bad decision is after that third plan B, you knew the guy cummed in you, you knew you didn't wear a condom. Why didn't you go get ready to get that abortion if you knew 2 + 2 = 4? So, you know, I'm not really trying to tell a woman how to use their body, but what I will say is there's preventatives and there's things that you can do to avoid situations like this, like we're all in now. And, you know, instead of people still taking these measures, people are still having children. And it's just really annoying. Like, we're running out of cows. What are they going to eat? The fish are dying. What are they going to eat? Not everybody's going to be going vegan. You bitches get scared when you see a roach. Y'all not going to be eating bugs. So what are you guys going to eat? Why do we need all these humans here? All these people missing from sex trafficking. All these new chicken sandwiches coming out. All these new restaurants coming out. The restaurants are back and booming. We just got out of a pandemic. All these people were dying because of COVID. And then, you know, you start reading articles and you start seeing that they were making up numbers. They were making up lies. They were saying that people that were dying to COVID weren't actually dying to COVID. They were paying the doctors off to sign that they were dying to COVID. So they lied about the numbers. They're lying about the kids missing. They lie about the food. They lie about the GMOs. They lie about everything. So what's really going on? Why do y'all keep having children? Stop. You know, like, who am I to tell people that they can't have children? But honestly, at this point, I think that humans are worth more than procreation. I think that we were brought to this earth to do more than procreate. I think we were brought to this earth to do more than just to breed. You know, I think that humanity is worth a lot more than just kids. You know, it's not all about procreation, and it's damn sure not about procreation when we can't even afford to continue to have more humans on this planet, when we can't even take care of the humans that we have on this planet right now. But let's just to dive back into the topic at hand. You know, I kind of went a little off bar, went a little tangent, but you know, I feel like it is stuff that we need to talk about because there's a lot of shit going on that just hasn't really been happening. Yes, homelessness was always a thing in America. Yes, overpopulation was always a thing. We've known it. We've always known. It's not about that anymore. Now it's about what are we gonna do about it. What are the changes that we're gonna take? What are the precautionary measures that we're gonna start taking so that we can start taking steps to get past this? Because just eating cows, eating pigs, and eating everything in between is just simply not working anymore. I think that we really need to devise a solution, and we really need to start holding ourselves accountable, and we need to get our shit together because, you know, this earth is bountiful and plentiful, but it doesn't seem like it's gonna be this way for much longer. So I digress. Back to the situation with your, you know, the parents and the children. You know, I think that people need to really start sitting down. As much as you tell your children, you know, when your children tells you they don't want to go to school, or when your children tells you, you know, there's certain things that they want to do, they don't want to do, and you know, because you want them to do it, you want them to do it, you tell them to do it, and you want to do it now. Just like how you tell kids, you know, you need to really sit and you need to think about what you want to do because it's, you know, it's almost that age, it's almost time. These parents need to sit down and really motherfucking think if they need to be having these motherfucking kids. Is it worth it? Because y'all out here struggling, y'all out here not taking care of y'all kids the way that they need to be taken care of, when y'all could have just put a condom on, took a plan B, had an abortion, and continue to have sex and get your life together, and then got to a point where you're financially stable enough to where you can actually have children and you don't have to feed them McDonald's, Burger King, Sonic, Chick-fil-A with their aluminum ass. I know y'all love Chick-fil-A. you will just get to a point where, you know, you can actually have a nice diet for your children, for yourself, a nice area for you, a nice house, and, you know, a nice life. And I think that that's the goal for me, you know. That's why I haven't decided to have children yet. And, you know, when I do have children, I already decided that if I don't have one child, I want twins. That's it. I don't want anything more, and I damn sure don't want anything less. If I do not have my one child, I just want twins. That is all. Because I feel like, you know, when people say, oh, you know, having an only child is like the worst thing you can do to somebody, I think the fuck not. Because I feel like, you know, if you're taking care of your child, you know, if you're not having your child at your 20s, you know, and you're just getting your life started and, you know, everything's going kind of crazy, everything's a little hectic right now. If you have a child at like, you know, 26, 27, 30, you're getting your life together and you're having an only child and, you know, you're working from home or, you know, you're going to work and, you know, you have a stay-at-home dad or a stay-at-home mom there with the child, things should be fucking okay. Things should be okay, bitch. Online school your child. Sign your kid up for online school. Get your child a good motherfucking diet. Get your child a nice PC setup. Monitor what your child's watching and who the fuck your child's talking to. And everything will be okay. A lot of y'all just want to be parents just so y'all could say y'all parents, just so y'all could have somebody that looks like you. And it's sad. A lot of y'all parents just so y'all could trap y'all partners down. And that's sad. Y'all love to talk about the homosexual community. Y'all need to start talking about the heterosexual community because y'all got issues as well. Y'all issues are just the same. Just the same. There's nothing different. Just the sexuality. And that's all I really got to say. Parents, do better. Stop recording your children. Stop beating your children on the internet. Stop shaving your children's head. Stop writing gay in your children's head. Stop throwing your children out. Stop throwing their stuff outside. Stop recording your children. Stop beating your children. Stop telling your children, you know, I should never had you. You know, you should have been this way. Things should have been different. Bitch, you should have been different. You're the parent. You're the adult. Y'all love to be out here talking about how these people who be grooming these children need to be held accountable. These adults who belittle, who bully, and who just tear their children down to the point where mentally their children are broken from a young age. Y'all are the problem. And y'all need to be talked about because y'all out here having children and not taking care of them. Y'all out here having children just so that you can hold your partner by the motherfucking hair, by the ear, so you can have something to hold your partner by, not just to have somebody just to say, oh my God, like, this is something I always wanted. I love you. I'm going to take care of you forever. No, y'all just doing it to keep your partner. And that's sick, that's sad, and you're disgusting. Bitch, get a job. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this little video. I'm tired of seeing people argue with their parents on social media. Just get over it. Just get over it. Parents, do better. Children, if your parents not doing good, report their ass because parents need to start being held accountable. And I'm not saying, you know, if your parent beats you, that you need to be calling the motherfucking police and shit. What I'm saying is, if your parent is, you know, belittling you, if your parent's bullying you, and, you know, if you call them out on it and they decide not to do better, you need to speak to somebody. You need to speak to your other parent. You need to speak to your family. And if nothing happens, bitch, you need to go take your ass to the police because at that point, you could just be going and being somewhere else and doing a lot better. Because a lot of y'all in situations where y'all just really not doing good. And as sad it is to say, you know, it is what it is. You can't really do anything about it. So, you know, I love all my supporters. Thank you guys for watching me. I hope you guys are having a blessed day, an evening, night, afternoon, whatever time frame it is for you. I hope you are enjoying your day. I encourage all of you guys to stay blessed and to just, you know, take this day to really think to yourself, if you don't have a child already, would you have a child? And what are the reasons that you're having that child for? And if you do have a child, you know, what I just said, what are the reasons that you have that child for? And I hope it's not just to keep your partner. So yeah, I appreciate all you guys for staying to the end. If you did stay to the end, thank you guys for watching me. I will have another video coming out probably before Thursday. So stay tuned, you guys. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I love you guys. Peace out.